Hello, hello. Welcome to another day of the 15-day mini masterclass series where, you can literally just ask me whatever you want to know to move your business forward, to make the money and the impact that you have been thinking about and dreaming about, but just need a little bit of support and answers and guidelines and messages so that you can put it all together. So super excited for whatever day we're on. I have no idea. I'd have to look at my calendar, but I think we still have a few more days, and as you can see, my wall still has more of the stickies from some other questions that you guys have been asking, which is super, super fun because obviously, this is for you. I can talk to myself easily without going on Facebook Live or talk to my clients. So continue to show up, to ask questions, to share your takeaways so you can master these messages. Because I don't just always give this free support all the time. Normally, my clients are paying anywhere from, $2,500 for a few months to now my one-on-one is $7,500 for 6 months of support. So take advantage of this time that I, wanted to show up and just support you because 2020 has been insane. And now I'm at a point with it where I was when we first started, I'm I think it's just going to be a short-term thing. And now here we are. It's still, shit is still happening. So taking the support, investing in the support, all of the support, I think is probably what my 2020 word has evolved into, because I get support for myself and it helps me really show up for my clients. And I went a little crazy with my makeup. The very last minute before I came on, I was like, oh crap, I ran out of time, did not do my hair, and barely did my makeup, but we're here. But so if you had a word for 2020, definitely share. And if it evolved like mine did, I think mine starting out was connection and collaboration, which I am doing that as well. But even more so support, investing in coaches, investing in programs, and investing in healing things and self-care. Even what I did recently with deciding I don't like any of my shoes. So I literally donated almost all of them yesterday, and a couple bags of clothes and things that I'm just I just don't love this anymore. So why am I having it take up space in my closet that's not large anyways? So that felt really good to donate all of those things, knowing that it's still, high qual. It's still really nice. It's going to serve someone else. And so I ordered a shitload of new shoes. And so I'm excited for those to come in and just have exactly a rebirth with, what I wear. Because, those things do matter. Because when you feel good, you have a tendency to, really step up into that next level and have that confidence to really shine and show up. So let me know if you have any questions along the way, but I'll go ahead and dive into the message today since, these are mini masterclass series. So we're just going deep and quick and to get into it. So if you tuned in yesterday, whoopsie daisies, sorry. I talked all about marketing, personalization versus perfection. And I wanted to add on to that, because I didn't, my notes, I didn't get to the last part. So we left off with the WIFM, what's in it for them, so that you are really personalizing the message, the communication that you are putting out there. Because if people don't understand what you're offering, the price point almost doesn't even matter, because if they don't get it, it'll be hard to even give it away. Because at this point, people have been marketed to online, like they know. So you really have to make sure you tune in with like, what are the actual problems that you are stepping up to create the space and the education and then the empowerment and the tools and the techniques and the processes and the methods and all of that to help guide them on getting those solutions that they want. So with some of the aligned specific marketing language that I titled today's talk with, we'll get into the nitty gritty. And this is also what I actually kind of covered yesterday evening in the WellBiz Babe Academy, my group coaching program that we just wrapped up the final session. We have a guest expert tonight and tomorrow. And the doors are open now for another 4 months. So if you have been seeing that and you missed out on the last round, I definitely want to let you know the doors are open so you can apply for that. There's the waitlist link that I'll share, and you can find that on my website as well. But yeah, we talked about this because, you know, the price, it's like, what do you charge? Well, you kind of have a pretty decent range of what you can charge, but the key is you do have to be really clear with what they're getting and using some of this aligned specific marketing language, because otherwise the price point doesn't really matter. So getting that clear results oriented title is really, really helpful. You don't always have to have those specific keywords in there, but it does help. It does help. And so like some of the examples that I wrote down for you are like 30 days of immune boosting recipes. And with the tagline, well, actually that was the tagline, was the 30 days of immune boosting recipes so you can stay healthy, which that's kind of more general, and also ties into kind of what's going on in the world right now. So with this, you want to really key into like, what are the characteristics of your ideal client? Like, is she a mom? Is she single? Is she married and no kids? Like, does she like to travel? Does she work hard? Is she busy? Like, what is it about her? So when she sees this, she's like, oh yes, like that's what I want. And using some of those keywords, and the title, you know, can either have like the 30 days or the 6 months, or you can just have it be like those specific results, those keywords, and put a little sparkle into it, so that they see that. And then obviously with covering, you know, if you're just doing, for instance, like a Facebook Live, an Instagram Live, or just like a short post, not like a full sales page, you'll want to just really get specific with the title, the tagline, and like 3 bullet points to show them the specific feature of your offer, and then tie in the benefits. So it's not just like saying a 96-page guidebook. Like, it's kind of boring, like just saying that. And they're like, well, do I want a 96-page guidebook? Like, what is that guidebook actually gonna get me? Because like I said, people have been marketed to enough. We have to really get that specific aligned language. So for example, with that offer, with that marketing title, you could say something like 3-page guidebook feature. So you'll learn how to save 5 hours a week on cooking. So consider who that would attract. She's busy. She wants to save time on cooking, and it's simple because it's only 3 pages, and it ties into her desire to learn. So put that into consideration with your marketing. Another example is get into our exclusive Facebook group so you'll have expert support and a like-minded community. This goes into looking at like getting that aligned marketing language with like, this is an ideal client who like wants to be part of a community. Maybe she's depressed, maybe she's anxious, maybe she's feeling lonely, and this benefit of having this feature that you offer creates this alignment, this connection, and helps you sell the value. And then the last example, bonus 90-minute one-on-one coaching intensive, so you'll get totally clear on what habits and food are currently hurting your immune system. So again, looking at that underlying like persona of that ideal client, she probably has the perfectionist like mindset, and she's like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to do the wrong things. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what's hurting my immune system. So this support, this added value of having a 90-minute intensive one-on-one with you is huge value, and it displays, it communicates that feature and that benefit that you can offer that ideal client when you know who she is and you know what she wants and how you can show up to serve her and support her. And by getting into that aligned, clear communication, that can help you really, stand in your prices and maybe even up your prices too, because you've been so clear and concise with that aligned marketing language. And I'll wrap that up with the quote that I actually heard from my coach this morning. Let me take a drink of this first. I'm feeling like I have to drink a lot of water nowadays, otherwise I start to sound and feel dehydrated. Am I alone? Is fall happening? I think maybe that's what it is. And I've been talking a lot more recently, so there's that too. But the quote that I'll leave you with, to sit with, is people pay you, and even more specifically, your ideal clients will pay you just to be in your energy. Anything else that you offer them are bonuses. And I know, so sit with that quote. People will pay you for your energy. People will pay you to be in your energy, in your space, in that container with you, to work with you, to show up with you. So they will pay for your energy alone. Anything else is a bonus. So any of the content that you create, any of the PDFs, any of the this, that, and the other, those are all just bonuses. Like, you can get paid just to show up and be you. And that's the most attractive thing, I think, is when people are just real. That helps them stand out. So again, another golden nugget or pearl for you today, to just really own showing up and communicating and using those the marketing science that I explained with the feature and the benefit. So share your ahas, share what you learned with what I shared today. And if you have more questions on it, you know, we still have a few days of these marketing masterclasses. So let me know what your questions are. And yeah, also, like I said, the doors are now open for the next round, the next 4 months, to get the coaching, to get more support from me, ask your specific questions, and be on video with me and the other WellBiz babes that are going to be in this next round of the academy. Apply to get into this next round, because it's not for everyone. Like, we don't want you to just like join and be a fly on the wall and then be like, oh, I guess I don't really want to like share my story or help people or really do this. Like, obviously, like, you don't have to, but it's way, 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 way more powerful when all of my clients in the WellBiz Babe Academy are really going for it. I mean, and just yesterday, like, we did so many happy dance celebrations to like shout out to Lucy. She got an opportunity to share her message on TV in front of millions because she's showed up and she decided that she would share her story and she would start to coach the clients, even in the fear. So just an example, you know, this isn't for everyone. I want to make sure that whoever's joining the next 4 months, you really have this passion. And even if you do have fear, which it would be uncommon if you didn't have fear, are standing in your power, that this passion is meaningful enough for you to join. So I'll put the link so you can get on the waiting list, and I look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow for the mini masterclass series. And yeah, I'll look at the other questions and we'll dive into the next thing that's coming up. So share your questions, share your ahas, and have an amazing, amazing day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.